Hello, my name is Chloe, welcome to my channel. Today I'm bringing to you the next 3 months announcement for Chloe's Crime Scene Corner. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, I run a true crime book club where we read dark, fiction and true crime non-fiction predominantly. This all runs over on Discord, and every single month we have a buddy read that we do and talk about as we read it. If you're just finding out about this for the first time, there is still time to join in with August Reads, which is His Bloody Project by Graham McRae Burnett. I won't go over again what this book is about because I definitely mentioned it in last time's announcement, so I will link that down in the description, and if you want to go find out what this is about, that is where you should go. If you want to be invited to the Discord where we have our discussions, then let me know and I can get you an invite over there. It's such a lovely place and a really good place to talk about the books that we're reading. Also, an addition since last month's announcement video, we do now have Chloe's, this is not going to pick up in this lighting, Chloe's Crime Scene Corner bookmarks. So it says, Chloe's Crime Scene Corner, let's read true crime. And on the back says, this book has murder in it. So I bought it, naturally. The link to buy all of my merch is down in the description, but these bookmarks are only £2, including postage to the UK, with slight adjustments for different countries of the world, but if Royal Mail ships to you, I can get it done. So I believe that is all of the catching up from previous months, like what we're reading now, bookmarks to talk about. So I have today August, September and October's read. I do realise we're getting quite close to August now, so I have scheduled this buddy read for the end of the month to give you plenty of time to get involved. Okay, so sorry if anything about my setup has changed. I just went to tell you the books and the dates for the read-alongs, realising I hadn't actually split them up into days, so we've done that now. Starting off with August. So what I normally do is fiction, non-fiction, fiction, non-fiction as a rolling thing. I found I'm getting towards the end of my non-fiction now, and I've also been struggling a little bit more to read it. So we do have 2 fiction books in this 3 months, even though we only should have 1. Starting off with the only true crime, we have Inside the Mind of Jeffrey Dahmer by Christopher Berry D. This one I got from the works a while back. It's relatively short. In terms of actual pages to read, I believe there's only about 230, so I thought this could be a nice easy one for us to read. I'm sure by now that we all know who Jeffrey Dahmer was. Took me a minute. I was like, was. But if you have not, then he is a very brutal, sadistic killer. I will read the back for you just so you know what this book is about, but it says, between 1978 and 1991, Jeffrey Dahmer murdered and dismembered 17 boys and men. He would drill holes into his victims' skulls while they were drugged, before pouring acid or boiling water into their brains in an effort to turn them into compliant sex zombies. He is perhaps most notorious for his later necrophilia and cannibalism, which led him to being dubbed the Milwaukee Cannibal. Sunday Times bestselling author Christopher Berry D is the man who talks to serial killers, a world-renowned investigative criminologist. Lots of big words. He has gained the trust of murderers across the world, entering their high-security prisons and discussing with them in detail their shocking crimes. Berry D now delves into the mind of sadomasochistic psychopathic monster Dahmer. He dissects Dahmer's psychopathology throughout the genesis and development of his murderous career. His aim, in plain English, you'd hope, is to discover what makes killers like Dahmer tick. So this one I'm really excited to read. I have not had the best experience with Christopher Berry D before, but I did just read Inside the Mind of John Wayne Gacy, like published in this same way by a different author, and really did find that one quite fascinating. So this one, as I said, we'll be reading in August. The only thing I have to compare if it's available online is on Scribd, because I have Scribd, and this is available via audio on Scribd. I should always say, I should plug this more, if you have not joined Scribd and you would like to join in, I do have an affiliate link down in the description which will give you 60 days free. So you can actually join in with 2 of these months by joining Scribd. So my link is down below. But this buddy read will be running from Monday the 21st to Sunday the 26th of August. Next up, in September, we'll be reading The Final Girl Support Group by Grady Hendrix. I really wish I'd have picked a smaller one because it's actually my readathon in September, which has not yet been announced, so bear that in mind. And this book, without extra prompts, would get you 393 points for your team, so it's worth doing. This one I've wanted to read for a very long time. I've read multiple Grady Hendrix books in the past and have had very different opinions, so I'm excited to see what I think of this one. This says, in horror movies, the final girl is the one who's left standing when the credits roll. The one who fought back, defeated the killer, and avenged her friends. The one who emerges bloodied but victorious. But after the sirens fade and the audience moves on, what happens to her? Lynette Tarkington survived a massacre 22 years ago, and it has defined every day of her life since. And she's not alone. For more than a decade, she's been meeting with 5 other final girls and their therapist in a support group for those who've survived the unthinkable, putting their lives back together piece by piece. That is until one of the women misses a meeting and Lynette's worst fears are realised. Someone knows about the group and is determined to take their lives apart again, piece by piece. But the thing about these final girls is that they have each other now, and no matter how bad the odds, how dark the night, how sharp the knife, they will never ever give up. So I have heard amazing things, but have unfortunately left this on my TBR for so long, so I'm excited to finally get to it in September. The ebook of this appears to be available on Scribd, so that is definitely worth checking out. And we'll be reading this from Monday the 11th to Sunday the 17th of September. And last but by no means least, we have October's pick, which is The Last House on Needless Street by Katrina Ward, or Catriona. I still need to listen to an interview of her saying her name. This one, again, I've had for the longest time, and a lot more people are reading it lately, and I need to finally find out what the hype is about. So this says, this is the story of a murderer, a stolen child, revenge. This is the story of Ted, who lives with his young daughter Lauren and his cat Olivia in an ordinary house at the end of an ordinary street. All these things are true, and yet some of them are lies. An unspeakable secret binds the family together, and when a new neighbour moves in next door, the truth may destroy them all. Because there's something buried in the dark forest at the end of Needless Street, but it's not what you think. I am very excited to read this one. I hope that I love it, because I've heard amazing things. Again, the ebook is available on Scribd if you'd like to check that out, and our buddy read will be from Monday the 9th to Sunday the 15th of October. So here are all the books we'll be reading for the next 3 months. I really hope that some of these take your fancy. If you are going to be joining in for any of the months, then please do let me know down in the comments. I would love to hear from you. If you need Discord access so that you can join in, also please get in touch. I'm available on every single social media, it seems. So please do let me know and I will get you added to the Discord group. But for now, that's all I need to talk about. So thank you very, very much for watching. I really do hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.